Modern Real Estate Practice, page 74. Testamentary trust. Note that neither of these is related to the so-called living will, which deals with the right to refuse medical treatment. The person who creates the trust conveys real or personal property to a trustee, usually a corporate trustee, with the understanding that the trustee will assume certain duties. These duties may include the care and investment of the trust assets to produce an income. After paying the trust's operating expenses and trustees' fees, the income is paid to or used for the benefit of the beneficiary. The trust may continue for the beneficiary's lifetime, or the assets may be distributed when the beneficiary reaches a certain age or when other conditions are met. In recent years, living trusts have become a major estate planning tool used to minimize the time and cost of probate. In a living trust, the property owner, trustor, grantor, or settlor transfers ownership of real or personal property to a trustee. The trustee is often the trustor. In this way, the owner continues to control the assets of the trust. The trustee may transfer property into and out of the trust, subject to the trust agreement. Upon the death of the trustee, the property passes to the beneficiary or beneficiaries without the need for probate. In the case of community property, the spouse may transfer real or personal property into a trust and name themselves as joint trustees with rights of survivorship. Upon the death of the surviving trustee, the estate is distributed to the beneficiary or beneficiaries. Land trusts. Real estate is the only asset of a land trust. In all trusts, the property is conveyed to a trustee, and the beneficial interest belongs to the beneficiary. In the case of a land trust, however, the beneficiary is usually also the trustor. While the beneficial interest is personal property, the beneficiary retains management and control of the real property and has the right of possession, as well as the right to any income produced by the property or proceeds from its sale. Land trusts are frequently created for the conservation of farmland, forests, or other wildlife habitats, coastal land, and scenic vistas. One of the distinguishing characteristics of a land trust is that the public records usually do not name the beneficiary. A land trust may be used for secrecy when assembling separate parcels. There are other benefits as well. A beneficial interest can be transferred by assignment, making the formalities of a deed unnecessary. The beneficial interest in property can be pledged as security for a loan without having a mortgage recorded. Because the beneficiary's interest is personal, it passes at the beneficiary's death under the laws of the state in which the beneficiary resided. If the deceased owned property in several states, additional probate costs and inheritance taxes can be avoided. A land trust ordinarily continues for a definite term, such as 20 years. If the beneficiary does not extend the trust term when it expires, the trustee is usually obligated to sell the real estate and return the net proceeds to the beneficiary. Ownership of real estate by business organizations. A business organization is a legal entity that exists independently of its members. Ownership by a business organization makes it possible for many people to hold an interest in the same parcel of real estate. Investors may be organized to finance